Hello everyone, this is a short video on how to use the market depth to help you because as you all know that Lim and Tan has given free market depth for you for 2 years, 24 months. Yes, 2 years. So how do you make use of the market depth information in your trading? So this is a very quick video about that. So very quickly, this is what I just want to go through. I just want to help you to understand what are the cues for, and then how do the cues value help us. Well, before I begin, disclaimer still applies because what I'm about to share with you is some of the reading methods that shared among the some of the traders in the in the forum, etc. So these are the information that I have gathered, and this does not represent my trading method. These are just some part of information that you want to take note of, but it may be suitable for you, it may not be suitable for you. So please take note. Okay, you have to understand how do you want to trade. So without further ado, let me just go through the market depth with you. So understanding the market depth. So first of all, how do you launch a market depth? It's very simple. You just need to go to any of the counters and then just right click and then launch market depth over here. As you can see, market depth is launched here. You can shift the frame wherever you want. And what you see here is that you have the queues. This is the bid queue, which is the buy queue. And this is the ask queue, which is the sell queue. Now, in the queue, you will see numbers. Okay, so here we have the bid volume. And inside the bid volume, we have 300, for example, over here. And then bracket 1. So what does this 1 mean? This 1 means there's only one queue. And this one queue has 300 share queuing to buy at 32.91 for DBS. And for the ask queue, we have 32.94. So market is queuing to sell DBS at 32.94. And there is 9 queues with a total of 4,100 shares queuing in at this level, 32.94. So on and so forth, where you can see prices above 32.94, meaning to say that after people buy up 32.94, the next level that they have to buy up is 32.95. Okay, etc., etc. So similarly, if you are looking at the buy side, if someone were to sell down 32.93, the next queue will be 32.91, 32.90, etc., etc. Okay, now if you were to look at the queues below, okay, so here you can see that the 3 queue in this bracket, there is 3, right? So the 3 queue is in this manner: 300 first, 500, and 300. So if someone were to sell their shares, the 300 in this queue will be done first, followed by 500, and followed by 300. So this is how the number works. So you can see that the next one will be 32.89. So 100, 500, 400, etc., etc. So some stocks has a snake queue. So what's a snake queue? Maybe I'll just call a penny counters, like for example, Marco Polo, which has a huge volume over here. You can see at 0.048, there is 9,864,000 shares queuing, 55 queues over there. So meaning to say, you will find that this 55 queue cannot be represented all on the screen. So you can see there's a snake over here. So 100 all the way down to 100,000. Then next will be 500,000 in queue. Then all the way down to 100. Then next will be 515, all the way down to the last queue that can be represented, which is 1,000. Okay, so similarly on the sell queue is also the same. You can see there is 31 queue, 4.454 million. And you will see the first queue is 244,600 queuing to sell at 0.9 0.05, and so on and so forth. Okay, so how how do we read the queue over here? First of all, the very basic one is that if we are looking at to sell, okay, and you want to sell at 0.05, and you put in your order, so you will be able to see where are you over here. So you can see that some of the traders, they tend to put in odd numbers so that they can recognize their queue. Like for example, this 553,900. Normally, when you buy stocks, it will be 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 60,000. Yeah, but very seldom you will have these odd numbers over there. So some traders, they purposely put the odd numbers so that they will be able to recognize their queue and see where and how their queue has progressed. Okay, so this is one of the way for you to place trade in future. So if you want to see where the queue is or where your queue is, you can put in some odd numbers, like for example 800 and 8,800, yeah, or 8,600, and some unique numbers which is out of the norm. Okay, so this is how you can see your queue. Next is that some would like to look at what is their chances for them to get their orders. Like for example, if I want to get Marco Polo at 48, what are the chances that I will get at 48? Well, the chances will be quite, I would say, not high, because there is a huge queue, 9.9 million over there. And if you make a queue here, you will be probably queuing behind this 9.9 million. And you will be out of this big queue, because there is 55 orders right in front of you. So this is one of the basic function or basic understanding that you can have with market depth, to see where is your queue and where is your position. So whether should you be buying directly at 49, or will you whether you want to queue at 48. Some would say that, oh, it's okay, I will just queue at 48, doesn't matter. I don't mind. I'll make the 56 percent queuing in the market. Well, that is totally up to you. But most importantly is that you know where are you right now. So you are trading with information. So you are looking very clearly where are you, so you can find out ways for you to detect your cues, and then understand where you want to buy the counters. Well, next is the how do you interpret these numbers? So you can see there are a whole a lot of numbers over here. Like I say, there is in 0.048 that there were 55 queue, now 54. Somebody might have withdrawn and changed his queue to 49. Okay, so these are some of the changes that you can detect. And sometimes you can see the ask queue are getting lesser in numbers. So here over here, let's say you have 31 queues and 4.4 million. If you did see this number dropping drastically, like for example, it went to 2 million and the queue in there become only 10. So meaning to say, sometimes the stocks is ready to move up. And vice versa, if you see the buy queue depleting very fast and the number of queues getting lesser and lesser, meaning to say the market is less willing to pay for the shares at the higher price. So they probably will allow the share to depreciate lower. So these are the numbers that you can help yourself in terms of trading, if you observe the market depth long enough. And the second thing that you might want to take note, so again, disclaimer, right, is that some literature has it, is that when you look at the buy queue, right, which is now 49 and is at 11,000, people are selling to this 11,000 very frequently. Okay, so the queue jump back down to 48, 49, and then go back up 49.50, like 5 over here, 49.50 over here. Okay, so if the queue keep changing in this manner, at 49, where we see 11,000 gone, then after that some queue come back in to top it up, say another 20,000. So the queue change to 20,000 going forward. So keep topping up. right? This is one of the signs that these traders will think that the stocks is bullish, because when they are topping up, they are actually accumulating, right? Accumulating, allowing, right, the sellers to sell to them, right? Or creating an impression that if the sellers don't sell to 49 right now, let's say 11,000 shares right now, if you don't sell to me, it's going to be gone very fast. So you better sell to me. So this create an impression that, you know, the 49Q is very much in demand. So you better sell to me. So these are one of the methods that the traders accumulate their shares at certain low levels. And then once they finish their accumulations, then they will be looking at to push up the shares, right? Right. So how do they push up the shares? Sometimes you will magically find that the sell queue suddenly become very thin, meaning to say all these numbers reduce drastically, right? Sometimes you find that, right, the stocks keep topping up, but these numbers never reduce. In fact, increased, meaning to say that the accumulations is not done yet. So there are probably a lot more to be bought. So these queues over here, are just trying to, block the share price from going up. And one of the ways that people look at this is by looking at, in the big numbers queues over here, which queue has the biggest number, right, over here. And literature has it is that in this case, Marco Polo has a price target of 58 because it has the biggest queue today at 5.4 million. Right, literature has it. So if let's say the stocks for some reason move up, then it might hit to 58. Okay, it might hit to 58. Okay, but then again, you see now they are trying to do something again. So you see now 49Q changed to us again. So it's like creating a demand for 49. So this market depth is usually used for penny shares trading, not really for DBS, because you can see DBS or UOB, their queue change quite dynamically. So you won't be able to see the very huge number, because these numbers are changed so fast that you won't be able to react, right? Like what Marco Polo is. So this is just for your information, how people use market depth. And if you have any questions, of course, feel free to WhatsApp me. I'll try my best to answer your question. Again, disclaimer, I'm not the expert in using market depth, but I do understand here and there about how market depth works. So yeah, just for your information. Well, that's all for me, right? Or rather, that's all from me. And if you again have any question, feel free to WhatsApp me. I'll see you again. Good day.